everyone, welcome back to Yoga Magnificat, and I've got a fun little yoga burn sequence for you today. So this class is for strong beginners or intermediate practitioners, so feel free to watch through, follow along, and omit anything that seems a little bit too much for you, or go full on and give me all the gas you've got. So we're going to start at the top of the mat in Tadasana pose. Feet about hip distance apart, hands by your sides. Looking forward, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Feel the strength rising up from the earth into your body. Feeling that energy rising through your spine and surging through the top of your head. And as you breathe in, inflate through your belly, all the way up towards your lungs. And as you exhale, feel your belly button move back towards your spine. Contract your abs. Inhale again, releasing that contraction. Exhale, pull your belly button back, contract the abs. We're going to be focusing on abs a lot today, so I want you to really be mindful of your core contractions. Inhale one more time. Exhale, contract the abs, pull it back. Really flex those ab muscles for me. Tuck them in. Inhale, release, arms to the sky. Exhale, arms to the sides, legs strong, core strong, bend forward about halfway. Bend your knees, inhale, scoop the arms forward. Exhale, arms to the side like airplane wings. Come forward, hinging at the hips. Core strong, pulling up to the spine. Bend your knees, scoop up. Exhale, hands to the side. Come forward, pulling up through your core. Bend those knees, push up through the feet. Hands to heart. Let's take the hands down by the sides and take side bends for those obliques. Take the left hand up and over, side bending to the right. Look up. Big breath in. Exhale, big breath out. Inhale again. And exhale. Come all the way back up. Take the right hand up and over. Slide your left hand down and look to the sky. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhaling again. And exhale. Let's do one more. And exhale. Come all the way up. Scoop the arms towards the center. Let's peel the right hand back and turn towards the right. Nice twist. Breathe in. Stretch through both fingertips. Exhale. Bring your belly back. Wrap your right hand around your left hip. Take your left hand, take a side bend, back bend. Legs are strong. Inhale, open back to your open twist. Right hand to the center, left hand peels back. Open through your fingertips, chest turned, belly button turned, hips forward. Breathe in, reach. Exhale, tuck the left hand around your right hip. Take the right hand up and over, side bend, back bend. Big breath in. Big breath out, strong legs. Come all the way back, opening those arms. Peel the left hand back to center, hands to heart. Scoop those arms up. Exhale, airplane wings. Come forward, so hinging forward. Legs are fairly straight here. And then from here, bend your knees. Bend them a little bit more, bringing them into kind of a chair pose. So your knees are on top of your ankles, your hips are back. Scoop down, touch the floor. Inhale to lift. Exhale, arms to the sides, come forward, hinge. Scoop down into a nice low chair. My feet are still hip distance apart, so it's kind of like a bear pose. Bring the hands down towards the floor, maybe touch the ground, scoop all the way up. Inhale. Exhale one last time, arms like airplanes tip forward, so hip hinge, tummy strong. Bend your knees, so come into a chair pose, your weight's into your heels. Get nice and low, almost touch the floor. Inhale, shoot all the way up. Hands to heart. So you should be warming up through those quads by now, the glutes. Inhale, lift those arms up. Exhale, come into your diver pose. Bend those knees, come all the way down for your forward fold. Drop the head, round through the spine, maybe straighten through the legs if you have space. For this first one, you might want to keep your legs bent because maybe your hamstrings are kind of tight. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the floor, step it back. Now for this one, hands should be down on the floor underneath the shoulders. Core should be drawn up, not sinking down like this. Try to tuck your belly button up, tuck your tailbone underneath your legs in some ways. So you don't want to have your tailbone up, you want it down. Fire up your thighs. Almost try to reach your tailbone towards your heels. Yow. I can feel my core, can you? Let's take the right foot. You're going to lift it up. Kick it back. Set it down. Left foot. Bring it up. Core strong. Bring it down. Knees to the floor, elbows back, come to the ground. Inhale for your cobra. Exhale, press back, elbows close, downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Inhale and exhale. All right, let's do that again. Bend those knees, walk it forward, come all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come all the way up. Breathing in at the top. Exhale, airplane, come forward. Scoop all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring the hands down, step it back. Plank. Here's a little change. Instead of the one-legged plank, we're going to do some hip dips to the side. To the right, dip it to the left, to the right, to the left. Really use your core to pull it up and in. Last time to the right, last time to the left. Oh boy, come back down. Knees, belly, chest. Inhale, peel it up. Exhale, press it back. Downward facing dog. All right, so let's get into a little bit of movement for that core. So let's start in downward facing dog. Lift the right foot up for three-legged dog. Put that right foot down, lift the left foot up. All right, now that we've got that down, we're going to do a seesaw variation. So in downward facing dog, I'm going to lift the right foot up. And then from here, see if you want to put the right foot down, come into plank. As you come into downward facing dog, you're going to lift your left foot up. Lift up. Put that left foot down, come to plank. Inhale, right foot up, downward facing dog. Put the right foot down, move forward. Plank. Inhale, left foot up. Exhale, plank. Inhale, right foot up. Exhale, plank. I know, this is fun. Inhale, left foot up. Exhale, plank. One more time each side, right foot up. Plank. Inhale, left foot up. All right. Lower down. Whew. You earned it. Inhale, coming up. Exhale. Downward facing dog for a moment. Press the heels in. Bend those knees. Walk it forward. Grab opposite elbows. Let yourself hang forward. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Again, breathing. Let your upper body just swing from side to side or bob forward and back. Hands back to the ground. Walk it up into a halfway lift. Bend those knees, come all the way up, hands to heart. All right, let's continue on. Lifting the hands, airplane again, hinge, pull the tummy in. Sweep it down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back, plank. Lower down. Inhale, halfway lift, cobra. Exhale, press it back. Let's take that right foot all the way up to the sky. Holding it here, really getting lots of air, stretching, pushing into those hands, Really kicking up into the right foot. Good. Send that right foot forward between the hands for your low lunge. Let's take the right arm up to the sky for a low lunge twist. Take the hands down. This time high lunge, reach to the sky. So try to keep your hands, your shoulders, and your hips over on top of each other. Take a deep breath. Deep breath out. Hands to heart. Turn your left toes off to the side, coming into Warrior Two pose. All right, so we've got a little change here in Warrior Two. We're going to take the right hand onto the thigh, left hand up and over, and we're going to hop onto that right foot, and we're going to do some elbow to knee crunches. So you're going to lift that left knee, you're going to crunch it in, and send it back. Okay, so if you got that, we're going to do 10 of those. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Put it down, hold your side angle, come down on your elbow maybe, rotate your left shoulder back, think about form a little bit more here. So you notice that your right thigh is over that ankle, sorry, the knee. Left leg is really, really straight. Good. Burning out that right quad. Inhale, come all the way back up. All right, from here, we're going to do a little bit of movement for the obliques. Again, so the arms, hands are up to the sky. From up your core, we're going to take the left hand over and come back up. Over, exhale. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze your core back. Inhale, open. Exhale, left hand forward. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale, open. Exhale, and open. All right, so from here, we're going to bring that left foot in just a little bit more. So the right foot is still facing forward. This time, we're going to see if we can bring that left foot in. Stand with your weight into your right foot. Now, arms come out to the side. Core is drawn in. This is really important. We're going to take that left leg. We're going to bring it off to the side. We're going to see. So for you, if you find that the right toes are better facing forward a little bit more, bring them in. Okay. So you're going to see if you can just kick that foot off to the side without kind of jumbling up your shoulders. You're going to keep it nice and still. Core is engaged to the left side. You're going to kick and tap. If you need to hold on to a wall or a chair with your right hand, go ahead. Use your core to bring that foot up towards the left hand. Let's do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. Whew. All right, let's step it back into our warrior position. Okay, you ready for, we're gonna do side half moon. So take the right hand down onto the floor or a block. Sneak your left foot in, lift it up, push down into your right foot. Roll that left hip open, roll your left shoulder open, and get nice and long, firm up the core. And then think about kicking that left foot up just a little bit more. Breathing in, breathing out. Find that focus. Okay, bend the right knee, set it down, spiral to your plank. See if you'd like to try for a one-legged plank, right foot floating, and then lower it down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, press it back. Downward facing dog. Get really strong through the hands and your heels, pushing down about the same amount. Hips are high, belly threaded towards the navel, the spine. Let's take the left foot up. Take a moment here to get nice and tall. Push into those hands, really find a little height. Core is drawn in, of course. And come to low lunge, foot between the hands. Right hand on the floor, left hand opens up. I like way too much hair these days. Need a haircut desperately. Good, let's take that left hand down and sweep the hands up high. Find a nice bend in your left knee. Push back against the right toe mound. Core is drawn in. All right. Nice and steady. Let's open the right toes off. The heel lands into warrior two. So that left knee still in the lunge. Back leg is pushing off against the edge of that right foot. Arms open. Sink down a little deeper. All right, so we're going to start here with our little elbow to knee touches. So we're going to walk the right foot in just a little bit, and we're going to lean forward, reach. We're going to take the hands towards the knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and come back. Now we're going to walk it in so that the feet are almost together, and you've got your left foot turned to the right side of your mat a little bit more, and you're putting your weight on the left foot. So from here, we're going to do those little pendulum swings. So the arms come out to the side like a T. The right leg is going to go straight out and back down. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, put her down. From here, walk it back into your warrior position. So left toes turning to the front of your mat, back toes in slightly, off to the side. Open your palms up, a little oblique action here. Take the right hand, and you're going to bring it over like you're going to clap the hands. Inhale, come up. So squeeze your core back as you come forward, exhaling. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze your core. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze your core. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. Come back up. A few more like this. 4 more. Reach. 2. Last one. Woo! All right, from here, spiral the hands down to the floor. Kick your left foot back into maybe a single leg plank. Lower it down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, now let's take that right foot up. Bring it in, stay low. Walk both hands to the left side of your mat. You're going to turn, and then from here, come into a wide angle straddle. Walk your hands up towards your hips. Come upright. So your toes are facing forward here. Your legs are far away enough that you can feel a little stretch between your feet. Turn your toes slightly out, and we're going to come into some side lunges. So let's start with the hands out in front. Keep your chest tall as you sink towards the right knee, and then sink to the left, sink to the right, and sink to the left. Let's add a little twist. So as we're going to the right, take your left hand and tap the inside of your ankle or the floor or your knee. Other side, right hand to left ankle, knee, or floor. And again. Finding a little rhythm in your breath. As you sink a little deeper, hips are back towards your heels. Try not to bend your knees over your toes again. You're always trying to keep your knees bent just on top of the ankles, and your hips always drifting back here. All right, let's add something else here. Hands come back to center, come a little bit lower. Now, let's take the arms kind of off to the side. Now, we're going to take a side lunge to the right, take your left elbow, bring it down towards your knee, and cycle your right shoulder back. Look behind you. Look past your right shoulder. And then as you go, stay low, right elbow down, left shoulder back. So you're going back and forth like you're holding a ball in front of your face, but you're twisting from the core. So you're feeling this twist happening around the obliques, around your abdominal region. Try not to spin yourself fast. Go slow enough that you can feel your muscles moving, and try to go for a full rotation. So as you're moving the ball, try to look behind your left shoulder. Try to move your body as far to the left or right as you can. I'm feeling my core burn. I don't know about you. Ooh. All right. Last one. Come back to center. Lift all the way back up and release. Oh boy. Let's turn the toes back. Come all the way down. Slip that foot into plank. Lower down. Inhale, press up. Stretch out your core for a moment. Stay here for just a little bit longer. And come down now. Come all the way to the floor. We're going to start with some back exercises. And for these, I really want you to press your toes down to the floor. Squeeze the tops of your thighs and your glutes, so your bum. Now, you can keep your hands where they are, but make sure that they're nice and light. We're going to come for that baby cobra again. So press your toes down, squeeze those kneecaps, the thighs, and gently lift your upper body, a little bit of your chest off the floor. So don't worry if this movement's not very big. It's a baby motion. You're going to feel it all through the length of your spine. This is really important to get spinal fluid going into your vertebra. It's really important to get your muscles warmed up and shortened since they've been lengthened through curving, forward curving. So you want to shorten them and strengthen them. And then lower. Let's bring the hands out in front. We're going to kick this up a little notch. If you would rather stay with the first exercise, please do. Otherwise, we're going to advance here. Let's bring the hands out in front, stretch the toes long. So we're going to inhale, lift everything up. Exhale, swing the arms back. Inhale, forward, lower. Inhale, lift everything. Exhale, swing the arms back, forward, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back and lower. Lift, swim it back, forward and lower. Try to go slow. Take your time squeezing when you move it back, forward, lower. Whew. Squeeze. Couple more. Inhale, squeeze back, forward, lower. Last one. Up, squeeze back, forward, lower. Cross your arms, put a cheek to the mat, wiggle out your heels, let yourself rest for a moment. Back exercises, if you hate them, maybe it means you need them. For a lot of us, we kind of all need them. So I strongly encourage you to try a few of these every day, even if it's just a very basic little baby cobra. All right, let's take the hands underneath. Come into tabletop pose. Let's take a very gentle stretch here, dropping the belly, lifting the tailbone, looking forward. For cow, exhale for cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale. Exhale, press it back. Let's come into just a regular position here. So let's come down onto the elbows for a second. We're going to do a little bit of glute work here. Bring your core up as always. Push down into your shoulders. Don't let yourself sink. Okay, you don't want your shoulders higher than your back. So push them down. Now, once we're ready, let's take that left leg and we're going to shoot it back. Turn the toes slightly out. And we're going to try to lift and open just like we do in our half moon. So if you remember half moon, a chest is turned. If you want to try for the full variation of half moon, you're going to keep your right arm on the floor. You're going to walk your left hand down and you're going to start pushing into the left fingertips until you can push back through your heel and your chest is starting to turn towards the left. Now, when you feel ready, you might want to try taking your left hand up into this ground version of half moon. So I've moved my right hand a little bit forward towards my face so that it's not just one long line with my bottom foot. Kick that left leg up, Take the left hand down. All right, here's where it's going to get fun. You're going to take that left knee towards the elbow and kick it back. Make it tight through the core. Knee to elbow, kick it back. Knee to elbow, exhale. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, knee to elbow, kick it back. Inhale. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, knee to elbow. Last time here, just hold it. Oh boy, hello glutes. All right, set that knee down. Little child's pose in between. That sounds like a good idea. Sink it back, take a deep breath. Whew. And exhale. Come back onto your tabletop position. Let's move down onto the elbows once again. So we're going to do this a little bit by bit, coming into this half moon variation. So take your right leg, straighten it, turn your toes off to the side, and begin opening up that hip. Now walk yourself onto your right hand and begin with your fingertips turning your chest to the same right side. Walk your left hand into the right a little bit, pushing down through your elbow, your forearm. Draw and knit your core together, and then when you're ready, maybe lift the right hand up. Remember, you need to push down to lift up. So pushing down into your hand, your left knee, feeling the ground beneath you can really make a lot of difference. Take the right hand back down from here. Keep your right toes off to the side. Bring the knee into the elbow for an exhale. Inhale, kick it back straight. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, open. Good work. Exhale, squeeze. My glutes are on fire. Bring it in. Last one. Hold it here and set it down. Let's do another stretch through child's pose. Drop it down. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. All right. Let's come into gateway pose. So for this one, you might want to just watch for a second. I need to turn to the side, but you can stand in the same direction to the short edge. It's just easier for you to see me. So just listen carefully. Take your your right foot off to the side, and then come up high onto your knee. So you might need some time to go grab some padding for your left knee because it's driving straight down into the floor. So once you're into gateway pose with your right toes facing forward, cinch up your core, draw your shoulders back, take the left hand and slide your right hand down. So you're taking a nice side bend towards that extended leg. Open it up, maybe look towards the ceiling. Again, you don't want to be crouching forward. A lot of people kind of try to reach for that foot, but really you're just reaching to the side. You want that beautiful long line down the edge of your body. All right, we're going to work on the obliques a little bit here. So fun stuff. We're going to take the hands just gently, fingertips to your temples, and then just cinch as you exhale, cinch your core back. So really engage your muscles. So we're going to take our bodies over to the left this time. Not too far down if you can't handle it. Okay, you're going to feel that stretch here and the shortening here. Bring your core in, and then you're just going to bring it up. Exhale, bring it in, lower. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, lower. You want more? Extend those hands. Oh boy. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, extend. Inhale, come up. I'm shaking. So if you're shaking, it's normal. This is hard. So if you want to go back to temples, elbows bent, go ahead. All right, let's do one more. So whichever variation you choose, let's come all the way back up and resume the temple position. For this one, we're going to dip down, turn, and look up to the ceiling, back to original position to the top. Come down, look up, center, and up. So when you rotate, try to be really slow and squeeze, and then come back down with purpose. Try not to swing yourself into this position. there is a potential you could maybe hurt your back if you just do this mindlessly. So be very careful with your movements. Squeeze your core. Oh boy. And come up. All right, here's another one, arms to the sky. This time we're going to drop to the right and come up. Drop to the right and come up. This time working the other side, just giving it a stretch and strengthen. Hold it here. Push against that right foot. Really stretch those arms long. Trying to reach for something. And come all the way up. Now let's take the left hand to the left heel. Okay, swing your right hand in front of you. Push those hips forward, bend back, come into Queen's Gate. Really great stretch. I love this one. It really opens up the whole front line of your body. If you find this one difficult, definitely use a block behind you or even a chair that you can lean on, that you can kind of lean back a little bit with safety. And then with that top hand, goes to the left, swing it to the right and come back up. Let's drop the knees. This time it's the left foot off to the side. So let's start with the arms out. Again, make sure your core is drawn back and your left toes are forward and the edge of your foot is really pushing against that mat. All right, so let's start with that stretch. Left hand down, right hand reaches up and over. You get that lovely stretch to the right side. Make sure again you can look up, draw that shoulder back, and come back for our oblique exercises. Hands can be at the temples or straight up, whichever one you choose. So we're gonna go down and come up. Inhale and exhale, really draw yourself up. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Again, the more difficult variation, arms extended. Last one, whichever variation, and we'll come back with the hands on the temples. So same thing, dip down, look up, come back and up. Okay, so come down, look up, turn, look down, up, back, forward, and up. Dip down, look up slow, come back and up. Exhale and come up. Exhale. Come up. Exhale. And come up. Good, last one. Whew. All right, arms come up, dip to the left and back up, left and up. Good, a few more like this. And we'll take that nice little Queen's Gate stretch on the other side. Last one, hold it here. Come all the way up, take your right hand to the back of your right heel. Left hand sweeps to the side and back. Push your hips forward. Lean your shoulders and your head back. Reach for the wall behind you. And slowly make your way back, knees together. I'm going to turn back to face the front of the mat. Come back into tabletop position. All right, from here, take your left foot straight back and over to the right side. Now again, reassess your arm position, push down, lift up. Okay, the core is threaded through. Now from here, we're just gonna look over to the right, get a nice stretch to the side of the body. Push into your hands, don't let it go. For some stretches to work, parts of your body have to be active for other parts to be stretched. They act as an anchor. So if you don't have an anchor point for one end of your muscle, then it's not going to stretch. Just like when you have an elastic band and you haven't anchored it to something, there's nothing for it to pull back against, right? So let's come back to center, knees together, right foot back, cross it over to the left. Now push into your hands, push back into your right toe mound, and then look towards the left. Press into those hands, just gently. Breathe into the right side. And then slowly come back. I think maybe I forgot half moon on the other side. Some of you probably caught that, so bravo if you did. All right, let's take the hands down to the floor, hips up high, downward facing dog. Give it a good stretch. Now in down dog, remember, keep your elbows pushing towards each other as though you've got a watermelon you're trying to hold there. That'll orient your shoulders in a way that will keep them safe and in their shoulder sockets. If the elbows are out, you're not going to be able to hold your weight. You want to have your elbows kind of squeezing towards each other and your hands really strong. All right, let's bend those knees. Walk it up. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Bend those knees, come all the way up. Hands to heart. All right, let's start with the feet together, chair pose. Inhale, sit back into your heels, drift the hips behind you. Take a deep breath in, sit down a little longer, a little deeper. Hands come to heart. Let's take the left elbow to the right outer thigh, hook it in into our chair twist. Press your right hand down, turn, and think about stacking your shoulders. Right shoulder over left. Sit down a little bit deeper. Maybe try for your chair twist flamingo, so knees together. Walk your left foot back onto your big toes. And then maybe think about lifting your left foot off the ground. Take your left hand to the floor, right hand up to the ceiling. Shoot your left foot back. Low twist lunge. Now in this position, facing the right side, we're going to come into open twist in high lunge. So your right hand draws you back, left hand comes forward, and you try to sit into your lunge, but facing the right side. Right hand to your left thigh, and the left hand goes up. Reverse crescent twist. Come back to your open twist. This time back down to your plank. Lower. Come up. Exhale, press it back. Bend your knees, walk up, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Bend your knees, come all the way up. Hands to heart. We're going to start that wonderful thing all over again, this time with the feet together. Chair pose. So bring the arms up, sit back into your heels, bending the knees generously, trying to keep your knees above your ankles. Your toes should be free to wiggle. Hands come to heart. Let's take the right elbow across to your left thigh. This may require you to sit down a little bit more. If you can't reach, you can be up above here, squeezing your core back and just holding the position. Make sure your right knee is tucked back so it's not poking forward. Take some deep breaths. Really push down with your left hand, top hand, so you can really spiral that left shoulder back. Now here's where it gets fun. We're going to try that chair flamingo. So you're going to sneak that right foot back onto your big toe. Knees are knocked together. They're squeezing together. Find a spot to stare at. That might help with the balance. Maybe play with lifting that right foot off the ground. Now, right hand to the floor, left hand to the ceiling in a twist. Shoot the right leg back. Now, staying here, we're going to take that left hand and spiral up into a high lunge. So here we go. My hair is everywhere today. All right. Reaching forward and back, sink down, push back into your right heel. Holding it here. Take your left hand to your right thigh and take a side bend. Breathing in, breathing out. All right, let's bring it down. Right hand to the floor, left hand next, plank. Lower down. Inhale, stay here for your high cobra. Stretch out your core once more. So really push down into the floor with your hands. Notice how I'm not sinking again into my shoulders. So I'm pushing my shoulders down thereby pushing into my hands and lifting myself up. Relax the fronts of your thighs and maybe shimmy from left to right. So switch the pressure from right hand to left hand. All right, lower down. Press back, take a brief child's pose. Head to the floor, hips back. And then from here, come into tabletop position. We'll take thread the needle. Let's lift up the right hand. Inhale, exhale, thread it underneath, land the shoulder and the head. Now push down into your left hand and just bring that top shoulder back. Breathe deep into that shoulder blade. Enjoy that lovely rotation in the spine. I'm thinking about how fun and funny these poses are in relation to the movements of our regular lives. Not very similar, right? So in that sense, a lot of these poses are kind of like nutrition for the body, for your joints, for your muscles and your bones, and how everything works together. They all need to find kind of structural integrity between each other. And so it's a really good way to help the body move more freely, even if they're not movements we see every day. Let's take the left hand this time, bring it up. Exhale, thread it underneath, land your shoulder and the top of your head. Push down into your right hand, roll that right shoulder back. Play with how much depth you want into the shoulder blade stretch and how much rotation you want in the twist. And just focus on the breathing and the muscles stretching across your back, how it changes with every breath. Unwind. We're going to make our way into pigeon pose. So I'll show you the most typical way to get into it. It's not always the easiest. Come into downward facing dog. Now take the right foot forward and you're going to land the shin towards the short edge of your mat. So your knee comes down, your foot to the left, and then lower down, kind of in a kind of hooked knee position. Try to center yourself so that you have a bit even weight between both hands and you're not just landing on your right hip and right hand. Now come up nice and tall for me if you like more of a hip flexor stretch on this left side. Exhale, walk it forward. Get as low as you want. Some people can actually put their head down if you want. That's good too. Or you can use a block. Put your hands on your head and just kind of look, not like you're worried about something, but that you're supporting that head of yours. Just give your neck a break. And then slowly come all the way back up, reaching through the crown of your head. And then from here, kick it back, downward facing dog. Let's take the left foot forward, this time into pigeon on the left side. Come up tall for me if you like, hip flexor stretch. Nice few breaths. And lower back down. Slowly make your way back up. This time, just come onto your knees and take a seat. All right, so from here, we're going to start with a nice mermaid stretch. So let's take the knees bent, bring them over to the right. Separate your knees so that they're gonna zigzag shape. You're gonna put your right hand down on the floor, grab the front of your left shin, and draw that knee back. And then lift up through your chest and look towards the right. You can plant your left knee further back in order to get this really nice anchoring line through the front line of your body and that quad stretch. Deep breath in, deep breath out. If you want to make it even more relaxing, come down on your forearm and just bring that knee off the ground and just kind of sink into it. Feels really good, especially if your quads are tight, if you've been running and you need some release there. Slowly bring yourself back. Now in this position, stay here and allow for an internal hip rotation on that left side. And to make it even more fun, we're going to take a side bend. So right arm up, left hand to the floor or a block, and take a gentle side bend, especially you're going to feel it on the top of that left thigh. I sure do. This is a good exercise because it helps to create more space in your hip joint. A lot of us lose that mobility because of lack of use. So you want to make sure that you're really giving your joints all the love that they can get in all the directions that they're meant to move in. So if you really hate this, maybe it means it's time to just sort of slowly walk your way into internal hip rotation. If it's too much, you can always sit up tall. If it's already too much, you don't even need to side bend. You can just sit like this and practice rotating that hip and getting all those tendons and muscles and everything used to turning inward. All right, let's bring those knees up, turn them over to the left. You're gonna grab your right ankle. You're gonna bring it back, land on your left hand, and then walk your knee back in space while pressing your heel towards your bottom. Now, if you wanna make it a little bit more intense, turn away and look to your left hand. You wanna make it more relaxing, take your elbow onto the floor, lift your knee up, and then